I am back to give you an update on the Sony ZV-E10 and what I think about this camera. I've had it for a few weeks now, and some of the accessories I've purchased to make it more useful to me. And I'd like to share that with you, so let's go. The first thing I'd like to share with you is the bag that I purchased to keep all of it together. I went ahead and got the Amazon Basics camera bag. I would prefer a backpack, but I can't wear backpacks, so I had to get an over-the-shoulder bag. This Amazon Basics was very reasonably priced. It seemed to have everything I would need to get started. It has a place where you can hold your tripod securely out here. It has side pockets for quick things like cords or lens covers. And the interior, I can change around the position of the things that hold everything together. So I can change this around. It's keeping everything secure and safe. So I'd go with this Amazon Basics camera bag. I'd purchase that again. All right, well, let's start unpacking my gear bag, and I'll just show you everything that I have in here. So I have the camera, the Sony ZV-E10 right here. So you see this looks a little bit odd because I purchased a cage from Small Rig that fits the ZV-E10. It was recommended, and I'm still not convinced I'm thrilled with it. I just got it a couple days ago actually, but there are some pieces of this I really, really love. So this camera is small and sleek, but it's slippery. And this cage has a rubber grip that really allows me to hold on tight and to keep a good grip on this camera. The other thing it gives me is all kinds of ways to mount it on a tripod. So the ZV-E10 only had 2 mount areas on the bottom and on the side, but now I can use this cage, and I have 3 mounts on this side. I have 3 places on this side. I have 3 places plus a larger mount spot on the top. And I have 3 ways to mount it on the bottom. Plus I have a quick connect for a tripod. So those options I really, really liked about this cage. The other thing I like, which I'll show you in a little bit, is it has a cold shoe here. It has a cold shoe on the bottom over here. And it has another one over here. So 3 cold shoe mounts instead of just the one that came on the camera is a huge advantage, and I'll show you why I use those in a little bit. So that is the Small Rig cage, and I really feel like if I were to slip and drop this now, I have a better chance of it surviving than if I didn't have the cage. So we're going to try this out for a few weeks and see if we like the cage. It allows all the doors to be opened. The flip screen still works, so I'm not really worried about that piece. I can get to all the buttons, and I can get to the mic and everything else I need. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try for a little while. The other thing I wanted to do is carry this when I was walking around town or out and about. I wanted to safely carry this, and the Sony over the shoulder or across the neck strap wasn't that great, and I was like, how do I hook this on quickly and unhook this quickly? So I did some research, and I found this strap that I really like. Now you'll notice it has some danglies here. This is how you attach it quickly to the camera. Now I thought maybe these will bother me hanging off here. They don't bother me. I don't even notice they're there. And even when I have it mounted on a tripod, they don't bother me. So take a look at how this strap works. All the links for all of this equipment will be in the description below, so check those out. So here is the strap. It's called the leash, and I take it with the camera and I pop it in, slide it down, and it's hooked up. So you see I did that with one hand, which is awesome. I don't have to struggle with this. I take the other one, see if I can do it lefty. I can. It's on. I can throw it over my neck. I can throw it over my shoulder, and I am ready to go. The other awesome thing that this has is this slide device, so that I can quickly and easily bring it tight, so I'm walking around, it's now tight to my body. But then when I want to do video, I just slide my thumb into this extra strap, slide it down, and I am taking video. I love that about this. One more advantage of this strap, and that is that I can buy a wrist strap that also fits this on and off device so that I can just have a wrist strap if that's my preference. I do like to have a strap of some sort just in case this slips out of my hand. And I love this leash, and I'll tell you who it's by. So this is the leash by Peak Design. Stylish, affordable, and very useful, easy to get on and get off the camera one-handed so that I can have it on when I need it and get rid of it when I don't. Okay, let's talk power. You have to have a good power source for your camera. You don't want your battery to die while you're filming something important. So I've got a couple things in that regard. I went ahead and got a couple extra batteries. Now these are aftermarket batteries. These are not the Sony batteries. It only came with one Sony battery, and frankly, that's not enough. So I went ahead and got these aftermarket batteries that were recommended, and I will link them in the description below, but I also got a charger with it. It's a USB-C charger. I can put 2 batteries in here, and I can tell when they're charged up and ready to go with this digital display. And I keep those batteries charged up. Right now, I know this one's charged up, and I toss the one that is not charged up into the bag. And when I switch to this one, I'll go ahead and charge those all up. So far, I've noticed no difference from the Sony battery. Again, I can't say whether these harm the camera or do anything else, but for me, so far, they've worked. The Sony battery also fits in this charger and charges up just fine. So I always have charged batteries. Now, if you need a constant power source or a dummy battery, I carry one of those as well. And the dummy battery fits right into the battery pack and works as a battery, but you can plug it into a wall. So when I am doing my video shoots, my YouTube videos, my podcasts, I plug this in so I have a constant power source. It goes right in the camera, so I can take the battery out, and I plug the dummy battery right in. The ZV-E10 has a cool little door here that shuts, and the power can stick out. And the cage also has a spot so that the power sticks out. I can plug that in. It does not interfere with the camera in any way. So if you're doing a long shoot, you want to put this in and have a constant battery source. This is aftermarket as well. Sony does sell one, but so far I've had no problem with this either, and it hasn't overheated the camera or the battery. When I take it out, it is not hot. So far I really like this, and that is what I'm using for power for the Sony ZV-E10. Okay, a couple other accessories I carry. I carry this Ulanzi tripod. It's just a little cheap handheld. I use this for desktop, so when I'm doing my filming, it's not super tall, but it works. I just put that on there. It has a ball head, so I can do vertical or horizontal video, which I like. Easy to put on, take off. I can also use it as a selfie stick should I need it, and it fits nicely into the bag, so I like that Ulanzi tripod. I went ahead and bought a video cord, USB-C, so that I can use this camera as a webcam. So you can use it for your Zoom meetings, you can use it for filming your YouTube videos directly into the computer, which I like. I like to use StreamYard for my podcasts, so I want a USB-C camera, so that I can do that without having to sync things up later. So I really like that, but you want to get one that handles video, so be careful of that. Again, I'll link that below. All right, so light source. If you need a light source just for selfie, vlogging, things like that, I use this Ulanzi light source. It is battery powered, so you charge it up. I really like this. I've had this for a while, so you see it's quite bright, and you can change how bright it is. And you can also change the color. So I like this Ulanzi. Now here's why I like my new cage, because I can hook up my Ulanzi light to my camera, to the cold shoe mount, and now I have my light source and my camera, and I'm ready to go. Now it also fits on the one that came with the camera, but then that's it. I have no more cold shoe mounts. I do have cold shoe mounts on the Ulanzi light source, but that was starting to get a little bulky, but that is a possibility. So again, if you really do not like the cage, you can use this Ulanzi light source and then you gain some cold shoe mounts on it. Highly recommend this if you need a small vlogging light source. I've used it for some time. It works great with my phone as well as this camera. All right, let's see what else is in the bag. I carry some wires with me so that I have those in a little pack. I carry some extra dead cats for my microphone. So the microphone I decided to use with this camera is the Rode Wireless Go. Now I did get the Rode Wireless Go 1 because I was trying to save some money, and I got that used at Dodd Camera here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's worked great. So that's what you're hearing now to do this video, but I'm also going to compare it with the onboard mic of the Sony ZV-E10. So I will put that next in the video so you can see the comparison between these two mics. But I do like the Rode Wireless, and you can put the transmitter now on the Ulanzi mic up here, but I don't like that. Or you can put it down here because there's now in this cage another cold shoe mount. So I can put it there, plug it into the camera, and I now have a more balanced system where everything's not on top and ready to topple over. But I love the Rode Wireless, has great sound, and you should look for it used if you're trying to save some money. They just came out with the Go 2, which is an amazing microphone, and you can get two of them with one transmitter so you can have interviews and things like that. Highly recommend, if you can afford it, go with that. But I was trying to save some money, and I got the used Wireless Go 1. All right, let's listen to the difference between the onboard Sony mic and the Rode Wireless Go 1. All right, here's the Sony ZV-E10, and I'm using the onboard mic for the Sony ZV-E10 right now. I'm about a foot away from the camera, and that probably sounds pretty good, but if I were to get farther away, I think you would agree it might be a problem. So if you're doing some capturing, you're taking the video and you're doing the narration with it, it might be great because you'll have your face right by the mic, which is on top. But if you are far away, it may not work as well. So this is the onboard mic. Now let's try it with the Rode Wireless Go. All right, so this is the ZV-E10 with the Rode Wireless Go mic. You can compare that to the previous recording with the onboard Sony mic. I think both are good, but I definitely think this Rode Wireless sounds a lot better. All right, let me know in the comments below which microphone that you preferred. I think I like the Rode Wireless myself. All right, well, that's the main accessories I've gotten so far, and I've enjoyed each and every one. Oh, I have one more I'd like to show you. That is the Rode Wireless mic holder. So you just clip this on this mic onto this and put this on it, and you can use that for interviews or podcasting. So I can use it for interviews, and if I'm out and about doing one of my city tours, I can use it for that. So I like this. I just purchased that as well, so I haven't really had a chance to use it, but definitely like that, and that lays on top of the bag. I did purchase a UV filter for the kit lens. And again, I've got the kit lens. A lot of people recommend you do not use the kit lens, but it came with this open box Sony ZV-E10, so I went ahead and got the kit lens. I like it so far. Again, I'm still learning my photography and videography skills, but I find that to work really well. I am saving up because I would like to get the Sigma 16 eventually to use with this camera, because that's what everybody recommends using. I did get a UV filter that I screwed on, so you can do that. And that's recommended for outside, and so that you kind of protect the lens. So if I do get something hits the lens, it's going to hit this UV filter and not my expensive lens. Eventually, I do want to get a filter for outside to help filter down the light, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on that if I'm going to change the lens. So I just got this filter that cuts down the glare for now, and then we will get the nicer filter after we get the nicer lens. But you got to take these in steps. Most people do not have a lot of money to spend on all this equipment, and again, you can get great results from your webcam. You can get great results from your phone. Now, do I like this camera? I love this camera. If you're considering an entry-level camera that doesn't break the bank and that's easy to learn, I've watched a lot of videos and I've taken a lot of video to try and learn the ins and outs. So far what I found is it really helps balance the light and the glare when I'm doing my podcast and when I'm doing my YouTube videos. It gives me that nice crispy video. You're not getting that today because I'm not using the camera. But if you go back and look, you'll see the difference between my beginning YouTube videos and the ones I've shot with the ZV-E10. I think you'll agree they're much nicer with the Sony camera. Well, that's my update. I will keep you updated on any other accessories I get or what I think of this camera, but it's still a thumbs up for me. I hope you'll subscribe, hit like if you like this type of content. If you want some other type of content, then post that in the comments below, because I'm here to support you and your journey to financial freedom through your small business activities. I want to help you start or scale your small business. I'm Janet with Future Ready Consulting. Please subscribe, take care, and remember, without impact, it doesn't matter. See ya.